show, so I don't have to like explain who I am to weird art kids anymore. That's fine. I'm going to be reading from a new book coming out soon. It's called About to Pop, an academic retelling of the Roseanne Saga. I was going to wear a suit, but I couldn't find one, so I dug this up from an old YMT performance.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you remember this. Trailer Space got a really bad Yelp review because I wore this at a show there. So.
Yelp.
I wanted to dress nice.
So Trailer Space hates Jews, is what you're saying.
No, the people who reviewed it thought they hated Jews. So. Okay, well, yeah, this is a reading from Chapter 2 of About to Pop. It's after Roseanne has gotten a hold of her time machine. If you want to know how, read the book and wait for me to write that part. So I don't. She has one. That's all that matters. With a flash of fluorescent blue light, the present reality of the Connor family had changed. They were no longer in their garage, but rather in a far-away place distanced from all they had come to know as life, in quotes. Swirling around their bodies, which had become a temporary mass of muscle and bone without skin, their brains floating independently above their meaty skulls, were colors they had never seen before, hues that could only be described as blurple and orange, collected together to form large physical masses, inviting Roseanne and her children to touch them. As they extended their skinless arms into said heaven of mysterious mass, they blacked out, and the year was now 1953. Their bodies reformed inside of a mysterious garage. What once was their home before the time travel had now become a strange shack nestled in the past. This is where Dan Connor was born. Mom, do you really mean what you said back there about what we're going to do to Dad? Asked Darlene as her mother, brother, and sister walked ahead of her down the dark hallway they entered. Just trust me. It's time you learned some real lessons about life. Growing up in the South in a poor blue-collar family can be hard, but I'll show you something that'll make you harder.
Yeah.
Passing a room in the hall, Roseanne instructed her son DJ to enter it. You know what you must do, DJ. Kill your future grandmother, barked Roseanne at her youngest child and firstborn male. But Mom, DJ yelped, don't be a faggot, son. We can just go back in time even further and fix it later. DJ entered the dark room and found his grandmother asleep in bed. She laid there without any blankets, her panties around her ankles. It was clear she had been masturbating before she fell asleep. Her pussy was still young. It was not the pussy DJ had been forced to lick on summer vacation trips between grade school. He wanted to dive right inside of her and never leave, to be born again inside the ecstasy of her own climax. He wanted to be her discharge. It's a really hard one to read. It's so funny. However, waking her would certainly spell he and his family's doom. All he could do is pull out his 10-year-old cock and give it a few tugs. Before he could orgasm, his mother interrupted, DJ, goddammit, save it for what we're gonna do after this. Trust me, you're about to see something that will make you come enough to fill your Reese's Peanut Butter Cup cereal bowl tomorrow. Yeah, that's right, you're getting Reese's for breakfast tomorrow. If you don't fuck this up, faggot. DJ put his cock away and searched around the room for a weapon. He looked in her nightstand and found a pocket knife. She must have stored it by her bed for protection from intruders. What an irony that it will be her demise, DJ thought to himself. Goodbye, Grandma. In one quick swipe, her throat was made to look like hacked up brisket chunks covered in the sweetest of all barbecue sauces, just like Mom and Dad make on the 4th of July, DJ thought to himself. But DJ didn't stop there. Her entire body was becoming nothing but sliced meat. He kept hacking and hacking at her corpse until it was more meat than woman. DJ, stop, she's dead. Calm down, said Roseanne to her hacking and screaming son, pulling him back into the hallway and making him follow her and the family to a room at the very end of the hall. Let's go get to the real meat of this experience, kids. The studio audience applauds at Roseanne's meat pump. Entering the room at the end of the house, they found a crib with an infant asleep in it. They know this must be Dan, their father and Roseanne's husband. Roseanne, without introduction or explanation, opens up the bars on Dan's crib and flips his newborn body around from sleeping on his back to his stomach. Mom, what are you doing? I still think this must be some sort of elaborate joke. It has to be, chimes in Becky, to the agreement of her brother and sister. Oh, this is the one that made me laugh a lot. Roseanne opens baby Dan's diaper, exposing his anus, and looks at her children. You know, they have a saying down in France. Bébé chatty est la plus douce de toutes les viandes, which roughly translates to, baby twat is the sweetest of all meats. This may seem weird now, but you'll thank me when you're older for showing you something so important. Thanks, Mom. Roseanne dipped her face into young Dan's anus, waking him up with the wriggling of her tongue. His butt cherry was instantly popped, but there was no blood, only a stream of watery infant diarrhea. She wiped the shit off her face with her hand, and used that very same hand to finger herself with. Baby Dan began to cry. His future children, wanting to obey their mother, said and did nothing to stop this. She continued with her combo of anal tongue penetration and playing with her vagina, occasionally taking a break from fingering to play with Dan's newborn penis. Becky and Darlene watched in silent horror, but their brother was up to something else. He was experiencing his first real erection. His entrance into manhood was beginning. He took his penis out and began rubbing it both with his hand and on everything soft he could find. He rubbed it on the sheets of the crib, on Darlene, his sister's ass through her blue jeans, and eventually it ended up right on his future father's soft infant back. Becky stepped out of the room, unable to control her horror, but Darlene was becoming oddly intrigued at this point. She was becoming so wet that her jeans were noticeably soaked and her nipples were so hard that she had to take her shirt off. Roseanne was quick to notice this and motioned towards her daughter to get involved. Come on, Darlene, we need to get baby Dan's penis hard. We're gonna need your mouth, said Roseanne to her daughter. DJ nodded in anxious agreement. Yeah, come on, Darlene, hurry up. I'm getting so rock hard that I'm about to pop.
Name drop.